Hey everyone, I got an unboxing video for you today. This is something that I've had been looking at or wanting to get for quite some time. It's actually a budget level model from a brand that was rather iconic in the 80s. In fact, this brand was the #1 selling brand in 1985 and 86. It was really popular with the metal guys, the 80s hair metal, and also what helped them become so popular was this brand was actually endorsed by Eddie Van Halen, so that certainly didn't hurt. It did kind of fall into, without going through the whole history, it did kind of fall into obscurity in the 90s with and actually went bankrupt, was bought by Gibson, and Gibson really didn't do a whole lot with them at first. They produced some models, but were kind of inconsistent. But it seems like past couple of years, Gibson's been trying to revive the brand. If you haven't guessed already, or if you don't know by the title of the video or the thumbnail, of course I'm talking about Kramer. So I bought this guitar here. It's actually it's a budget level guitar, but I've heard from what I understand, these guys I've been wanting to check these guys out, or this particular model out for a while. From what I understand, it just punches way above its weight class. So without further ado, let's open it up and see what we got here. All right, seems to be so far. All right. So the top is all right. So that's good. It's double boxed. So we have get all this out here. All right. So that seems pretty packaged pretty good so far. It is in a wedge box, as you can see. All right. So here, let's see here. This thing out of the way here. Alright, let's go ahead and open up this box here, see what we got. Alright. Alright, let's see. So far it seems to be okay. Oh, got a Kramer sticker. And then yeah, we do have some candy here. It looks like that's the tremolo arm here, and just instructions and stuff like that. Usual stuff. Let's see. Seems to be in good shape so far. That's pretty much it as far as what comes with the guitar here. All right, let's see. Oh wow, yeah, this thing looks pretty cool. I like that. I like this finish so far. Yeah, really great looking guitar. Really nice here. So yeah, this is the Kramer Baretta Special, as you can see. It is it's the budget level entry for the Baretta. This was actually really popular in the 80s, especially with the 80s hair metal guys. As you can see, this color here, it's called Candy Blue. They do come in a couple other colors, all like really just like bright 1980s like shred machine colors. They come in also a purple, and also a color called Ruby Red, which is actually more of a hot pink. As you can see, it's got a maple fretboard with a maple neck. It's a solid mahogany body. You have a single pickup and single volume, and then you have a vintage 6-screw tremolo bridge. Regular just unbranded tuners here. So far it looks really nice. Like I said, it does come in a few colors. I mentioned the purple and the pink. There is also a white and a black version, but those actually do not have the maple fretboard. They actually have the fretboard material on those is called like granadillo. As you can see, it's got a painted matching headstock. That's really cool. You really don't see that in guitars in this price level. Usually you have to go a little bit higher to the next tier. But yeah, that's really cool. And also the another thing to mention, the white and the black, actually they both come with a black painted headstock. But yeah, this guitar actually has a couple of features you normally don't see in a guitar in this price range. It's got a solid mahogany body. Usually guitars in this price range they'll be basswood. Nothing wrong with basswood. It's perfectly fine. But yeah, usually you don't see a guitar in this price range with a solid mahogany body. And then it also has an Alnico 5 pickup, which that's also something you really don't see a lot of in guitars in this price range. Usually they'll come with ceramic pickups. I think with it being a single pickup guitar, they can get away with doing an Alnico pickup since they only have to put one of them in there. And then if you notice too, the humbucker is slanted. That's actually a design cue that was taken from Eddie Van Halen's Frankenstrat. This was originally, the original Baretta in the early 80s was originally going to be an Eddie Van Halen signature guitar. And so he wanted something with a Floyd Rose in it. Well, at the time, they didn't make humbuckers that were spaced properly for a Floyd Rose, so they had to slant the pickup. So that's just kind of a design that was taken from that. So yeah, why don't I go ahead and show you some close-ups of the guitar, and then I'll give you my first impressions. So far, this guitar looks great. It looks fantastic. It looks really nice. But I'll give you I'll give you some close-ups of the guitar, and then we'll I'll also tune it up and plug it in, give you some tones. Not a whole lot of tonal possibilities with it only being single pickup, but I'll give you some tones on it, and then yeah, I'll let you know what I think, my first impressions. All right, so here's a look at the guitar up close. You can see it's got that metallic blue finish. They call that candy blue. There's the single slanted humbucker with the 6-screw trem system and just the single knob. Yeah, one thing again about this pickup, it's actually an Alnico 5 pickup. You'll see ceramic pickups in guitars this price range, but since this is a single pickup guitar, I think they can get away with doing an Alnico one. And then yeah, there's the body. It's a solid mahogany body. You have your maple fretboard with maple neck. These frets, they look like they're probably about medium jumbo frets, maybe medium, about the same size as the frets on my SGs. So I'd say they're medium jumbo. You get 22 frets. And yeah, there's the look of the headstock. That's another thing you normally don't see with guitars in this price range, is a painted matching headstock. So there's a shot there with that Kramer logo there. And then there's the back of the guitar. I did take the plates off so you can see in there. The ruts actually look pretty good. They look really clean. Yeah, one thing that really impressed me when I opened up this control cavity is it's actually got a full-size pot in there, which you normally guitars in this price range, you see the little dime-sized pots, which nothing wrong with those, but you know, you do like to see the full-size pots. I think with it being just a single pickup, single knob, again, just the simple controls, they're able to get away with that. And it's also got a treble bleed too, which I was actually pretty impressed with that. Thought that was pretty interesting. This guitar so far, it's just been really impressive, especially for a $180 guitar. Just really been impressed with it so far. There's a look at the neck, just your maple neck, nothing really too fancy or to write a home about. Tuners, they're just you know, regular 6-in-line tuners. They seem to feel okay. Yeah, really nothing to write home about with those. But like I said, I've been really impressed with this, but I mean, ultimately what it's going to boil down to is how well it plays, and then also how it sounds. So why don't I go ahead and I'll tune her up, and then I'll give you some tones. Alright, so yeah, I got it all tuned up and plugged in. This actually, I was able to tune it up rather quickly. Actually just went through, tuned them all up to, all the strings up to pitch once, and it all stayed in tune, so that's pretty impressive. The frets, the neck feels really nice. According to the Kramer website, it's a they call it a slim profile neck. To me, it feels kind of like maybe like a modern C shape, which is actually most of my guitars are that same shape. So that's what I like to play. The frets feel pretty nice. They are a little scratchy, but that's par for the course for guitars in this price range. I mean, that's just it's the way it is. You can play that in. It's not a huge deal for me. I really don't care about that. It's not a huge deal. You can always play that in, or maybe give the frets a nice polish, and you'll be fine with that. Um, Other than that, yeah, so far I've been really impressed with this. The nut actually seems to be cut really nice. So the trem bar, I did put the trem bar in. I don't know how often I'm actually going to use the trem bar on this guitar. With these 6 screw trem systems, they don't really hold tune, or they don't really stay in tune all that great. Nothing against the guitar. I mean, even high end guitars with this type of trem system don't stay in tune if you abuse it too much. So, but anyway, so yeah, here's some tones. It's only got one pickup, so I'm not really going to go through the different pickups with you. But I can give you here's what it sounds like clean. And then here's with a little bit of crunch added in. Actually sounds pretty good. I'm pretty impressed so far. It plays really nice. This is such a nice guitar for 180 bucks. If you're just starting out and you need a good starter guitar, I could definitely recommend this. This is you really man, really great guitar for 180 bucks. I gotta tell you. Definitely gonna keep this one around a while. Keep it in the collection for a while. All right, so that's the clean tones, and then here's what it sounds like on the distortion. Obviously, a guitar like this, it's meant to be played with high gain. So here's what it sounds like with some gain to it. That Eddie Van Halen vibe. You just kind of want to play some Van Halen on this. Should probably brush up on my Van Halen. Really great guitar, man. Just sounds really good. I really like this guitar. It's it's kind of funny. I'm not particularly great at the real shreddy stuff, but I always like shreddy guitars, and this certainly does have that vibe to it. Um, so, anyways, there you have it. That's the Kramer Baretta special. That's my first impressions. Um, Let me know if you want me to go and do a full review on it after I've had it for a little while. If you've had one of these, feel free to leave a comment on your experience with it. Um, I'm I'm really impressed with it. But I mean, I'm sure they're not all winners. So if your experience was a little different, feel free to leave a comment about that too. Um, be sure if you want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.